Alright, ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. This time we're discussing Omni release here in MK1. Now, I must state this beforehand because it's just whatever people think, whatever. I have never been opposed to guest characters. In fact, I prefer to guest characters if possible, just because I like the idea of things crossing over and references and characters just being fun and playable, right? That's why, I know some people prefer MK characters coming back, and everyone just has references, right? But I feel like I should put mine out there. I don't know why other people do it. Why not me? So for me, Omni-Man, pretty cool because I just watched Invincible recently. I listened to explanations in the comics. I can't actually read the comic myself, and yeah, so it's pretty cool to see Omni-Man here, especially voiced by J.K. Simmons. That's a big selling point to me. And I'm gonna tell you right now, in my opinion, I don't think Omni-Man's broken by any means. I think he is just strong. He's a good character. He's not broken, but he's fairly strong considering the meta for the game. Because the big thing is that he has some decent plus on block, but here's the problem with his plus on block. You can armor out of the plus on block, right? So you can do an invincible cameo or an armor wake up or whatever. Boom. It's like Sam 1-2 is his high mid plus on block. Like his mids are safe. Forward 4-1 is a safe meterless launcher. Respectable distance. Like he can hit you about round start. Maybe a step toward round start. Back 1-1's a meterless launcher. Back 1-2 is a safe mid check. Like back 1-1's high or mid high. Back 1-2 is mid. Generally, Omni-Man's pretty safe, and his range is okay. His best range is 4-2 and 4-4. 4-2 is a 28 frame overhead. This sucker is pretty slow considering that it doesn't lead to a full combo, and it's negative 14, so it's honestly, I don't find myself throwing up 4-2 all that much. If I'm going to throw a button that I want range for, I'm going to throw forward 4, because forward 4 has good enough range and whiff punish potential, like forward 4-1, especially look how far away I am, and it'll still reach, he just lunges so far. And then you could do the grab follow-up if it hits. If it's okay damage, a side switch, that's fine. But if you're on point, you get a full combo. I'm terrible, hold on. Come on. Okay, hold it. Come on. Anyway, the point is you can do a full combo. And again, meterless damage, not bad. I find myself with Omni-Man not really spending bar on any combos. I usually save it for my wake up, which is back forward 2. This is, I think it's a mid, I'm not sure, but it's 12 frame startup with respectable range, respectable range armor. It's like 11% damage, it's fine, whatever, right? 11% for a bar, whatever. Or, spend bar on the EX Ultramite stance because this sucker comes out so much faster. It's 7 frames. This is a 7 frame startup. It just comes out so much faster, and especially as well, if you catch, so you can do some kind of gimmicky stuff here with Omni-Man, where let's say Striker, right? I cover. I get them to block for a split second, maybe they hesitate or whatever, and I can go for the hit grab and do the combos and whatever. It's not a true throw, unfortunately, but if it was a true throw, it would be kind of busted, in my opinion, because it's just an unblockable 7 frame launcher, to be honest. That's just kind of nasty. But as for what it is, I mean, you could bait stuff, you could do whatever. Depending on the character and the matchup, I could really see, for example, a very basic thing of let's just go with this Ender, right? And theoretically from back here, Johnny or whoever, they'd want to wake up. You just do this on their knockdown and then grab them, because it's immune to highs, mids, and overheads. But if it's a low armored wake up, or a low armored wake up, like Reptile, then you want to be careful. But I can see that being a decent wake up game, especially if you just preemptively dial in the whole thing at the timing when their armor would whiff or be blocked. You could throw Striker's grenades or Sector's missile or something to cover you. So I could see that being a decent strategy. Not a great one, but it is an option, right? Of course, with Omni-Man, your 4-3 armor breaks pretty consistently. You can actually combo into the grab. Let me see. There we go. Right, you can do whatever combos and BBs you can think of off an armor break. Now, of course, it's entirely unsafe on block, but again, ambushes, right? Now, as far as your game plan with Omni Man is, you just want to get in at all times, you're skipping neutral, you're skipping fireballs, you're not doing any of that nonsense. Now, here's the big thing. And the combat cast, we all thought, oh, Omni Man's going crazy, be broken, skip neutral, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yes, he can do all these things. Yes, he can skip neutral. But it's all negative, dude. Like, it's all double-digit negative except the overhead. The overhead's actually safe, mostly safe, unless you outblock. So if you can visually, or auditory, if you hear him start to do his float, right? If you start to hear that float, you just react and just upblock the overhead and just hold up and block, and it'll upblock the overhead, or you'll block the other stuff and just punish it anyway. So realistically, what I normally do for Omni Man is I will EX the Viltrumite stance, and on reaction hit him with this for 18%, and I'll take the 18%, and then in the mid animation I'll do this to cover, and then do whatever I want, right? So that's my general thoughts on the Viltrumite stance, like potential skip neutral stuff. If anything, I always go for the Ender, this 18%, because it's chunky damage, it's pretty good, or I'll do the overhead, just because it tracks pretty good. I never see myself using this, like Superman, like punch dash thing. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but I just don't go for it. Now, his other specials. So Clap has some pretty chunky range when you enhance it. It's almost like a projectile, to be honest. Like, it reaches far. Look how far this is. Look at this. It goes almost full screen, just about, almost. Like, it reaches far. And it's not the best move in the world, but it's great for negating projectiles. But honestly, if you want to spend a bar on that just to stop a projectile, you may as well just EX the Viltrumite stance to be faster, and also just punish them, right, with the stance 2 or stance 4, or stance overhead, or whatever. The other thing as well is back forward dude. Again, this is your armor. This is 12 frame startup. It's an okay combo ender as well. If you want to use it as a combo ender, you can. The Oki is not that great. Like, they get up immediately. You don't have much frames to work with. Back forward 4 is, like, it's a full screen, like, launching move, which is, like, on the ground it doesn't launch, but if you are airborne, like, you could Tiger Knee this sucker, and then at that point you could do whatever. Alright, so you can do whatever. It's not bad. It's definitely a interesting kind of move, especially if you call out a air jump or a jumping button or buttons or strings or whatever. You can definitely call them out, like jump back and whiff punish. Now, so we covered 4-4-1. That's a 17 frame hit confirmable safe mid. Back 1-1 is mid high, still safe on block, but you can duck it. Excuse me. Sorry. Back 1-2 is a mid. Sounds like there's a gap there, honestly. It's -7 on block, but again, it's just a mid check. You do it enough, they're going to be conditioned, and you can just mash your back 1-1. As far as, like, the jab strings, the only jab string I really use is stand 2-2 because it has the high overhead, so you could, like, theoretically, like, mix a bit with that. Stand 1-2, I know it does, I think, more damage, but I don't know, I don't think of doing stand 1-2 anymore, honestly. I just do stand 2-2. Like, I don't know. You can do whichever one you like. They're both jab strings. I prefer stand 2-2. His sweep. Here's my, honestly, this is like the smallest thing he has, honestly, but it is just so nice to have the option for this. And sweep. 12 frame startup, low, of course. Safe on block, and it does almost 14% damage, which is about as much as a throw, and it's safe on block. Like, you're just doing throw damage right now, just 39%, roughly 40ish% maybe, give or take, some percent differences, and like that, just off of 3 sweeps, and you're like, well, where'd my health go? Especially this is I honestly treat this sweep as a bit of a combo ender. I throw the sweep out a lot because, like, that's rough. I want to guess like 17% damage off a jump in. That's meterless and safe, right? Like, just safe, guaranteed damage, easy. Whereas, like, if you try and do this mix up, you're like losing you're losing health, you're losing debt, you're done, you're goodbye. Now, the other thing with jump-ins as well, of course, the big thing, is jump kick is absurd. This thing is like an MKX kind of level. Look at this. Look at this. I can't see where this man's at, of course, but I can hear how much or how quickly I'm pushing the button. Look at this. Terrible. Yeah, so it's just crazy, right? And of course they block it, they punish, whatever, but that's the risk you take. I wonder how much damage is an up block if you up block and do the sweep. I wonder if that does like 21% or something like that. It'd be kind of nuts. Because as far as I'm aware, throws and lows get damage buffs if they up block and they read the wrong thing. But I'm not sure. I know throws do. Lows I don't know for sure. But yeah, so generally the buttons, I mean, he's pretty simple. Like you forward 4, back 1, sweep, and then there's jab strings, of course. And if you read armor, do forward 3, because that's mid-low. I'm pretty sure it's mid-low. Maybe I'm wrong, to be honest. In fact, let's look at it. Sweep forward.
Destructive, stratospheric entry, down, mistake kicking, cross button.
So it's cross.
Right.
So right, let's see.
Cross button, damage, 77.50. Block type, low.
Oh, it's just the straight low. Okay.
Remover, down, plus, cross button.
It's just a straight low, so low starter. Some is a low combo starter. Right, so there you go. That's the other like big use of meter I prefer to go with is enhance the Ultramite stance to get it to be faster, so I can combo into the stance too. Because from what I've been able to see, with like looking at the data and looking at the sheet and stuff, the move list, stance 2 is the highest damaging ender he has. It's 18%, like which is kind of high. So like what I do a lot, honestly, it's not meter efficient, but what I like to do is I will, do what I can to end in that, because it just adds so much damage, right? So if I see if I can do this. Something like that. I don't know how much damage it really is doing, but I mean, it just looks really cool. Like, sounds really cool as well. So I mean, I'll take it. And of course, if you'd like, you can just do really basic, just like you can do it. I don't know what the damage difference is, but you can do this. It's like a really basic BB I go with. Or if you want to spend bar on a grounded confirm, you could always do into Superman punch if you'd like. The overhead you cannot combo apparently. This is off of the jab string. Like there's different conversions based on what you're doing. Not even to mention like you can do all his specials can be done in the air. So you could do like see if I remember how to do this. So you do Ultramite stance into this. Okay, hold on, I'm see if I can do. Right, and do double set. Like, I don't know, man. Omni-Man's just so cool with the fact you can do almost everything in the air. Like, it's just insane, man. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about Omni-Man in the comments down below. This is, again, very rudimentary first look at the character. I honestly find him really, really fun. Like, him, Gears, and Reiko are like the 3 most fun characters to me, personally. Just the way they all play. They're very much like bruisers, brawler, grappler-esque characters. Well, Gears and Reiko are more grapplers because they have a true command grab. Omni-Man just has buttons to bully you with. And of course, you start throwing at that point, right? For me, I'll, depending on the cameo, you want to use different cameos for different throws, different enemy, different utility and stuff. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys next time, and thanks again for watching.